AJ, you're on the line with Steve Julin of MMAmania.com.
Hey,
cool.
AJ.
Hell yeah. What's up, Steve?
Not too much. How are you doing today?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely. You're getting ready for a very big fight coming up on August 28th, Emiliano Sordis. So how's the preparation going?
It's, just like anything else, there's bumps in the road, but, I feel like, one of those really big machines in a junkyard that, squishes the cars into little cubes.
The compactor. That's what you feel like right now?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Well, that's excellent. I want to hear that you're in good shape because I know that you had some problems when you were last scheduled to fight. You were going up against Ben Ryder and had to pull out of that. So what happened there?
You know what? And this is so crazy because I stopped training with a big team so that I would stop getting hurt. And, I went down to just get a couple rounds in the sparring. It was my first sparring of training camp. And I kicked somebody in the knee with the top of my foot, broke my foot. And we tried to train a little bit, and then I just had to go get an X-ray and MRI. Ended up being a fracture. So, had to, unfortunately, because I was on fire for that one too. But, I'll get Ben another day.
So the foot's all healed up then, fracture's gone, you're ready to go.
100%. Kicking hard.
Well, that's good. That's what I want to hear. So you're going to need to kick hard because Emilio, he hits hard. He's got a lot of knockouts on his record.
Oh, come on, man. Who'd he fight?
In his Bellator debut, Bubba McDaniel. So
how many times did he hit that guy?
I don't know. Actually, he finished that fight with a guillotine choke, so he probably just rocked him and then choked him out. I'd have to go back and watch it again.
No, I know, man. I don't underestimate anybody. I really look forward to it. I'm a pro boxer too, so I hit hard.
Well, actually, tell me a little bit about that. Did you start out as a boxer and then transition to MMA, or what was your route into the sport?
My route in the sport, I was just a product of my environment. I moved away from my parents in South Dakota when I was 14, and I moved in with my brother out here in California. I just started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So that was the beginning of everything. And the reason that I boxed was really just for fun. I had a shoulder surgery, and I didn't want to be wrestling and grappling. So in order to get in shape, we just boxing's like the easiest one. You just hit pads and do road work. So we took a boxing fight, and I won the third round knockout. But really, the emphasis and the focus is MMA. But I appreciate all the arts: sweet science, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and wrestling. So I feel like Emiliano and I are both extremely well-rounded. I don't have any wins by submission. That's because people fall asleep too fast.
Well, yeah, 5 out of 7 wins by knockout. You're not letting people last very long at all.
It's not my fault, okay? I promise I know jiu-jitsu.
Well, you may get a chance to show it off in this fight. Are you planning to take him to the ground and try to work for a sub?
I'm gonna fight Sorty wherever the fight goes. I don't want to have anything premeditated in my mind. The fight's a blank canvas. I don't want to start painting before I get there.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in a pattern where actually if you listen to the show, then he'd be like, oh, I know what he's going to do, and then I'll just counter that.
Well, even then, I'm going to kick his leg, so you can tell him if you talk to him. Check the kick.
Well, yeah. Well, chicken kicks doesn't always work out very well either. Just ask Anderson Silva about that.
Exactly, man. The sport's so crazy, and that's what makes it so exciting. And I'm so excited to have another opportunity with Bellator. I guess the guy with a lot of wins, you beat Buzz McDaniel, and so not that it's a stepping stone, but he's probably not going to want to fight anymore after we fight.
We'll see how that works out. But speaking of it being a wild ride, crazy sport, you were also featured on the Fight Master series, and I feel like not enough people got to watch that. I tried to watch it religiously, but the bracketing and the seating was very weird to me. So what do you make of that show and your experience on it?
The show, you know what, I feel the same way. I feel like it didn't have enough, I don't know, of what people want to see in order for people to tune in. And it was kind of, but in the end, those 6 weeks that I spent in a warehouse with, you know, however many guys it was and with the coaches, I would not give that, or like take, you know, I wouldn't do it any other way. So the reality show served its purpose in my life, and I'm just really grateful that I had that opportunity.
Just the experience, like you said, of being around legends in the sport like Randy Couture, Frank Shamrock, Greg Jackson. I mean, your team, you know, you were on Team Couture. You could still pick up things just by being around all those guys.
Yeah, everybody, all the coaches were really cool. All the teams were really cool. Everybody, you know, it was really big. And you know, you make these contacts now. I'm sure Greg would have an open door policy with me, or you know, the Factory X guys would have. So it was really just networking and just realizing how great the people are in this sport.
Good experience for everybody involved from what I hear, but like I said, I just wish the TV product could have been more compelling, but who knows, maybe they'll change the format and bring it back for another season. I'd like another try at it.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool for sure.
So now oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, but yeah, it's unfortunate how you know, the first one didn't do so well.
Yep, but there's always another chance. But I wanted to ask you about moving up in weight for this fight, because you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe all your previous fights have been welterweight.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what's it like for this? Is it partly related to the fact that you're coming off an injury that you're moving up, or is it just that you want to make a run at that vacant middleweight title?
A lot of it is, well, actually, pretty much 100% of the move up in weight is because I've had 2 shoulder operations, and when I was at 170 pounds, there was just no meat around my shoulders, and I felt that was the reason that every single day I would go to train, my shoulder would come out. Every single day. So I actually retired last year before the Bolt fight. And that was as depressing or more depressing than my shoulders coming out. So I just called my manager. I said, Manny, please book me a fight. I'll make it. Let's just go at 85. So I got a little more meat. My shoulders haven't come out, you know, and I feel fast. I feel fast. I feel strong. I train with a lot of high level 185, 205ers, and I have been for the last 5 years at Alliance. So besides going up against bigger guys isn't going to be anything new, and I'm growing into my body a little bit.
You mentioned making the switch from Alliance to a team where you could be more of the focus and maybe not get injured so much in training. So you're at Blackline now, right?
Yeah, Blackline Training Center.
Yes.
And I outsourced my kickboxing with Coach Ed Buckley in Oceanside.
Who are some of those other guys that you're rolling with at Blackline that are guys we should be watching out for?
It's been pretty cool. I've been really fortunate lately. Like last Monday, you know, we had Chris Herrera, who's Bellator middleweight/welterweight. There's always Jason Lambert. Jason Lambert's my mentor in the sport. He's always there for me training. My brother Brian, black belt under Roy Harris. There's a guy Lace. He competes in jiu-jitsu, and he's always there for me. He's about as big as Emiliano, same body type, so it's really good. My friend Mark Doe. I don't do a lot of training with the high level pro MMA guys. When I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I'm doing jiu-jitsu. When I'm kickboxing, I'm kickboxing. And then, you know, every third week, maybe I'll go down to Alliance and see how much my game has progressed on the sparring day.
All right, cool. So you're still rolling with the Alliance guys just on an alternating basis, not full time.
Absolutely. That's always going to be family. It's always probably going to be home base, you know. I love that team, but I just wasn't able to train like that. It wasn't the right type of training for my body.
Well, it sounds like things are all coming together now. You've got a little more meat on the shoulders, so you won't get that injury hopefully again. And you got a good team that you're working with now so that you won't get injured in training. And, well, except for the foot, the freak accident with the foot, of course. But freak accidents do happen.
It was a freak accident. It was a freak accident. So stupid.
I mean, these things
happen. I
happen.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
yeah.
just a humorous anecdote here. I interviewed Michael Venom Page, and one of the questions I asked him was, how do you ramp up for training and not get cuts that'll take you out of a fight? And he gave me a great answer, and 2 days later he got a cut over his eyebrow and got pulled from his fight.
Yeah, don't ask me the questions like that, then.
I won't. Instead, I'll ask what your process is like for making weight for a fight. Do you have a special diet? Do you do any extra cardio? What do you do when you're making weight for a fight?
Well, making weight, for me, I guess I'm kind of old school. Like, let's say I weigh in on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my last meal will be Tuesday, and then I'll eat, like, some fruit Wednesday morning, drink a gallon of distilled water, and suffer. Sit in the sauna.
Water loading it out, then.
That's it. And then, you know, well, right now, and so this time is going to be a little bit different. I've been able to be, because in the past, nobody knows this. This is the first time I'm going to say it. I'm an alcoholic.
Oh.
But I'm a recovering alcoholic now. So this is the first time in my life that I didn't go into a training camp, drunk and out of shape. So my whole body composition is different. My mentality is different. My weight cut is going to be easier because I'm in shape. And it's a really exciting time for me. I'm almost in tears.
That's fantastic. I hope you don't mind me asking what may be a personal question, but what was it that led you to this change in your life? What caused you to decide you wanted to go sober?
You know, there's a lot of things, man. But the straw that kind of broke the camel's back was I went to teach a private, you know, because I teach kickboxing. And, so the night before I'm like a bottle of beans a day kind of guy, right? So I'd drink half a bottle at night alone for no reason. I woke up the next day and I needed to teach. So, I can't operate without alcohol. So, of course, I tried to drink the rest of the bottle, but I was running late, so I had to leave. And then my student wanted to grab coffee, and I could see my mind work and find a way to get home to the bottle. So I go, do you want to go now, or maybe we can clean up and then meet for coffee, right? And the only reason I said that was so that I could go home and drink the rest of that bottle. And I looked at myself in the mirror and that was it, man. I went to my first AA meeting that Thursday, May 21st, and everything's different now.
Well, I want to say congratulations. It's a huge life change, and I imagine that's gonna, like you said, it's not only gonna help you with your weight cut and your fitness, but it's also gonna give you a lot of mental focus as a fighter that could take you to the next level.
I'm gonna be the Bellator middleweight champion.
Well, the door is wide open for that right now with Brandon Halsey being forced to vacate the belt. So, how many fights away do you think it would be if you won this fight on August 28th?
You know, I'm interested to see what Bellator wants to do. I think that the light heavyweights got spoiled with the tournament. I'm saying, throw me in a tournament, homie. All you other middleweights, let's do it.
All right.
So, Belcher, I'm gonna tweet you guys. Joey, Kendall, Halsey, let's do a one-night tournament.
All right. Well, you know what? They're doing one for Dynamite, so who's to say if that isn't a big hit a few months down the road, they can't do a 4-man middleweight tournament too? My
only concern is earning that spot, earning a spot. That you can ask any of the middleweights, who I am and how they want, like, who they want to fight. They don't want to fight me. Unless it's Joe Schilling. I think Joe wants to fight me. But,
well, Joe wants to fight everybody. He's trying to fight in kickboxing and MMA at the same time. He doesn't quit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this is why he's mad at me, is because I think it'd be great. I respect him. I think it'd be great if him and I fought Bellator, Glory, and then the Pro Boxing Champions or whatever, Premier Boxing Champions. I think that'd be sick.
What, all on the same night or spread out?
No. No, just like a trilogy of all the different arts on Spike.
Well, you're just giving them more and more ideas. You got the middleweight tournament, you got the trilogy with Joe. I mean, they can book pretty much a year worth of shows.
I think a lot, man. I'm a dreamer. but really, you know, that's all just stuff that flies around your mind when you're bored waiting to train again. You know, I'm just, it's really just Sorty right now, and I'm fast and I'm strong and I'm dynamic and I'm ready for him. You know, so he's ready for me. Let's go.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you bored and away from training too long. I know you probably got a few more interviews to do, but before we wrap up, I always like to give people a chance to throw out social media, sponsors, anything you want to plug.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I'm AJ the Mercenary Matthews at AJ_MMA. That's Twitter and Instagram. AngryMarks.com. But yeah, my team, you know, it's Blackline, it's Triple Threat, Team Alliance, MRM Nutrition, Aussies Plumbing, Versa Climber always. You know, Training Masters got me, Booster Fight Gear. Geez, I don't even know, man. Who else? We got Dodge City. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Rapid City, South Dakota, because that's where, you know, that's my home. And, you know, I really want to thank you. I want to thank Bellator for, you know, setting up these interviews. I know they don't have to do that, and I know they don't have to get behind me, but, you know, it's even a little bit more motivation. So thank you for being on the phone with me. How about the third leg kick that's dedicated to you?
I'll accept that. You go in there and find Emiliano Sordi and kick the leg out of his leg. So,
all right, but I appreciate it, man. Thanks
no
so
problem.
much.
I appreciate it too. Thanks for taking the time today, and I look forward to seeing your fight on August 28th in Temecula.